And as you find this comfortable seat, create that upward lift here of your belly. So already starting to tap into that Uddiyana Bandha, that upward lift that is supportive of your posture, that is supportive of your digestion, but also very useful in just creating that internal fire. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, just open your mouth, sigh out, let it go. We'll try that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, breathe it out. Good. So before we get moving, we'll just get centered in our bodies, get centered in our minds. Let's just take 10 deep, full Ujjayi breaths. So just breaths in and out through the nose. So take the time to breathe fully, breathe deeply. You'll notice that it'll get you more grounded in your practice. It'll also get your mind a little bit more steady. And there's no rush, but after 10, let's just meet in a tabletop position where you can just start to move mindfully. So if you're starting to transition into your tabletop position, just start to move any way that feels good. So oftentimes we begin with some cat and cows just to awaken the spine and some opposite movements of the front and the back of the body. Sometimes some circular motions through the hips, maybe moving forward and back, maybe looking over one shoulder, getting a little stretch in the neck, and then slowly rotating, looking to the other shoulder. Good. So really whatever feels right for you. And this is your time to really tap in and notice whatever it is that you notice about your body this morning, about your thoughts, your mind state. Just be an observer of yourself. So let's take 2 more full deep breaths here. And then we'll meet in just a neutral table position, hands and knees. And let's thread the needle. So take your right arm, reach it all the way up and open. So just really expand here, maybe look up towards that right thumb, and then thread the right arm under so you rest on that right cheek, the right shoulder. Let the face come low towards the floor. So again, there's so many options here. Sometimes this feels like it's plenty. You can also extend those left fingers long to the left side of the mat. You can also take a half bind where that left arm reaches for that right hip crease. If you're feeling adventurous this morning, you can slowly start to extend that left leg long, maybe stay on the ball of the foot, maybe the leg even elevates. But most importantly, just try to ease into the shoulder, release any tension that you're holding on to. Let's take one more breath here. Good, and then start to release any of those variations. So that left hand stamps down to the floor. Take the right arm, reach it back up and open. Good. And then back to tabletop position. We'll do a cat and cow together. So drop the belly, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly all the way in. Good. And then gaze just gently forward. We'll take it to the other side. Take that left arm, reach it up high, glance upwards, and then thread the left arm under, rest on the left cheek, the left shoulder. And again, this can be enough for you today. Otherwise, reach the right arm long to the right edge of the mat. Or maybe wrap that right arm behind your back, getting a little bit more into that right shoulder. And again, that right leg can stay down, or you can also inch it back behind you where the leg gets straighter, and maybe the leg even lifts. So again, stay present so you don't lose your balance in any of these shapes. Good, one more here. Nice, and then slowly start to release. Take the right hand down, take the left arm, reach it back up and open. Deep breath in. And then back to tabletop position. Good. Another round of cat and cow. Drop the belly, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly all the way in. And then from here, just transition to your first downward facing dog. Good. So pedal this out. Keep that upward lift of the belly. Shake out your head or your neck. Really create this nice upside down V shape. Look back at your stance. Make sure your feet are parallel with each other and the heels reach towards the floor. And over time, even through this practice, you might notice your heels get a little bit closer down towards the mat. Good. So find stillness here. And then slowly start to ripple forward. Find a high plank position. Let's hold in our plank. Come all the way to the tippy toes. Good. Pull the belly in. Feel like you're almost like wrapping a tight girdle around your waist because you're pulling your ribs in towards your back. Good. Stay for 3, 2, and then on 1, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice. And this time, let's come forward right to upward facing dog. So we're going to skip the push up or skip any high plank. Just let the hips graze towards the earth. Shoulders back, heart's nice and open. Good. And then lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice. And then we'll go back to our plank. Ripple forward. Find that high plank position. All the way those tippy toes. Stay for 3. Good. 2. And on 1, lift the hips back, downward facing. And then back to that upward facing dog. Come forward, let the hips sway down towards the earth. Tops of the feet press, hands press, energy pulling back towards your hips. Good. And then lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice. And this time we'll combine the two. We'll add a full vinyasa. So ripple forward, find that high plank position. Maybe you drop the knees, otherwise bend the elbows, come down low, push up. Inhale, lifts you up, up dog. You can also stick with cobra. Exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Good. Let's try that one more time. Ripple forward, high plank position. Bend the elbows, come down to a hover as best you can. Inhale, lifts you up, feel a back bend. Exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Very nice. Good. So connect to your breath here in case you lost it. And then the right leg, let's reach it up towards the ceiling. Let's bend the knee. Let's just kind of fan open, bring some movement here, whatever feels good. Again, just waking ourselves up this morning for the practice, for the day. Nice. And then take that right leg back up towards the sky. Really flex through the heel and then just release that right foot down towards the floor. We'll take it over to the other side. Just take that left leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, start to fan open. Just bring some movement here in the hips. Good, then take the leg back up towards the sky and then gently just release it down towards the earth. Good. And then just start to look forward and just tiptoe your way towards the top of the mat. Once you get there, just take a ragdoll pose, just hinge from your hips, grab opposite elbow, little sway from side to side. Little bend in the knees. Nice. And then release your hands down towards the floor. We'll take a gentle twist here. Just keep your left hand rooted down as best you can. Take that right arm, reach it high, and maybe a little bend in that left knee that might allow you to open up just a little bit more. Look at your top fingers, those right fingers, and really reach through the fingertips. Good. And then release, the right hand comes down. We'll take it over to the opposite side. Take that left arm, reach it up. Same thing, really accentuate through the fingers. Maybe a little bend in that right knee now, looks good. And then let it go, everything comes down towards the earth. And then lengthen the spine into a halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, hands either to the floor or the shins perhaps. Exhale, fold, chest to the thighs. Let's try that again. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. This time start to lean forward a little bit more towards the balls of the feet. Nice adjustments, good. Exhale, fold, chest to the thighs. And then slowly inhale as you rise all the way up to stand. And we'll just release here with our hands at our heart center. And just take a moment to just set your intention, set your dedication, whatever it is that's on your mind, whatever it is that you're working towards in your life or in your practice. Let that be known in your mind. And then just release your hands down towards the sides of your body. Set up a mountain pose. We'll start through some variations of classical sun salutation. So on the inhale, take the arms all the way up overhead, gaze high. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Keep the length, but step that right leg back. Lower the knee down towards the floor. So let's take this one slow. Bring your hands to your left thigh. And then just kind of sink your hips a little bit lower. So almost like this forward energy here, right? So that back leg might feel like it's getting even a little bit straighter as you do that. And now take the arms up overhead. Lift the belly, lift the heart, gaze high. So it's a slight back bend here. Lift the navel nice and strong. Good. And on the exhale, splash your hands down. Step back to a high plank position. Nice and strong here in your plank. You can bend the elbows, knees, chest, chin, or go right back to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Good. And then take the right leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose, step the foot through, let the back knee lower down. Good. This time bring your hands to your right thigh and just accentuate the hips down a little bit lower as well. Good. So doing it on this side. Good. Maybe that left leg gets a little bit longer now. Notice what you notice. And then on the inhale, take the arms up overhead. Feel that back bend here. Good. And on the exhale, hands will splash down. Step forward, big toes come together. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. Left side, this time a little bit faster. Arms up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Step the left leg back, lower the knee down. Right away, take those arms up overhead, but still imagine sinking your hips a little bit deeper. Good. And then release your hands down. Step back, high plank position. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing as you inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg, reach it up high. Step the left foot through. Back knee lowers down towards the earth. Arms up overhead on the in-breath. And then exhale, hands come down. Step forward to the top of the mat, big toes together. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. We'll do one more time each side. Arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Right leg steps back, lower the knee down. Arms up overhead, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands splash down, step back, high plank. Bend the elbows, exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step the right foot forward, back knee lowers to the floor. Arms up overhead on the in-breath. Exhale, hands splash down, step to the top of the mat, big toes come together. Good. Lengthen the spine on your inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. One more like that, arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow and fold forward. Lengthen, halfway lift. Left leg steps back, lower the knee down. Arms up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, hands plant, step back, high plank. Bend the elbows, come down low. Inhale, lifts you up, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing. Nice. Left leg lifts. Nice and steady. Step the left foot through, lower the back knee to the earth. Arms up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, hands splash down, step to the top of the mat, big toes touch. Good. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And then arms by your side. Good. So we'll move right into Sun Salutation B. So chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Plant the hands high to low plank. Good. Inhale, lifts you up, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Step the right foot forward, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, hands come down, high to low plank. So move with your breath. It's okay if you're faster or slower. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward, really anchor in your feet. Rise up, deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down, high to low plank. Upward facing inhale. Good. Down dog, exhale. Nice job. Breathe here. So settle in. This is a resting moment. Of course, you can always drop your knees and adapt the practice for child's pose. One more breath here. Good. And then look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Chair pose, drop low, reach those arms high. Try to lean back towards your heels. And then stand tall, hands to your heart center. Good. And again, Utkatasana, chair pose. One breath in. Exhale, bow and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Plant the hands high to low plank. Upward facing inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot steps forward. Rise up, big breath in. Good. Exhale, takes you down, high to low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Good. Down dog, breathe it out. Left foot steps forward, firm in your feet. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. And then exhale, hands splash down, high to low plank. Upward facing inhale. Down dog, exhale. Good. Breathe here. Nice. The breath probably getting a little bit fuller now with the movement, this breath and body connection. Good. And look forward. Come to the top of the mat, big toes together. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. One breath in here. And then stand tall, hands to your heart center. Good. We'll add a little bit to the sun salutation now. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop the bottoms, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up position. Nice and strong, good. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step the right foot forward, rise up, warrior 1. Let's hold this one here. Really set up a nice strong warrior, that right thigh bone back, left hip a little bit more forward. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Let's set up for humble warrior. A little lift of the heart as you breathe in. Exhale, bow down and fold. Bring your right shoulder towards that right knee. Try to lift your fist off your backs, right? Another chance to get into those shoulders. Maybe you just work towards squeezing your palms a little bit closer together. Nice. Really firm through that back foot. It's going to keep you steady. And then slowly rise up on the inhale. Take the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, splash your hands down. Let's meet in high plank position. Good. So set up for side plank. Bring your feet together in your plank. Left hand will stay down. Take the right arm, reach it to the sky. Good. So modify with the bottom knee lowered to the floor. Otherwise, you can lift that top leg or simply work on stacking your ankles. Nice. Press the earth away. One more breath. Good. And then let it go. High plank all the way to those tippy toes. Bend the elbows, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Step your left foot forward. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Hold here for a moment. Make sure your hip points are facing forward as much as you can. And then interlace those hands again. This time that opposite interlace. A little lift of the heart as you breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Left shoulder to the inside of that left knee. Start to lift the fists off the back. Good. Dip down as low as you can comfortably go. Nice. One more breath here. And then inhale as you rise up, unhook the arms, reach them up overhead, nice and strong, good. Exhale, splash your hands down. We'll meet back in that high plank position. Feet together, side plank, right hand stays down. Take the left arm, reach it up. Good, so take any option here that suits your practice this morning. Most importantly, you keep breathing those full deep breaths. You keep pressing the earth away, getting a little bit deeper. One more here. Good. And then let it go, high plank. Your choice, chaturanga, go through the vinyasa, or simply meet us in downward facing. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out, good. Try to keep your lips closed, but if you open your mouth and give a nice sigh, sometimes that releases some heat, cools you down a bit. Good, one more breath here. And then look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat, big toes together. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. This time slowly inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Good. We'll set up for eagle pose. So wrap your right arm underneath your left, connect the elbows, press your palms. You can also just grab opposite elbow, or excuse me, opposite shoulder. And then sink down into your legs like you're coming back into chair, and then wrap your right leg over the left. Good. So if you need a little help with balance this morning, just have your right toe tips on the floor. Good. And then once you're in your position, try to scissor that right hip back, left hip forward, so your elbows and your knees are pretty lined up with each other. Good. Try to sink 2 inches deeper, lean into that standing heel. Good. One more breath. Nice. And then let it go. Unhook the arms and legs. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, reach up. And then this time, left arm wraps underneath the right. Try to connect the elbows, press your palms, sink into your legs. Left leg over top the right. Good. Belly pulls in. Try to lean back a little bit. Nice tall stature because you're pulling in through your belly. Maybe drop 2 inches deeper. Good. And then let it go. Unhook the arms and legs. We're going to do this one more time each side. Arms up overhead. Right arm wraps under. Maybe this time feels different. Bend the elbows. Bend the knees. Right knee stacks over top the left. Good. Pull the belly in and try to lean back. Imagine your ears over your shoulders over your hips. Good. Lift through the pelvic floor. One more breath. And then let it go. Unhook the arms and legs. Reach up overhead. And then left side, left arm wraps underneath the right. Set up your legs, left leg on top of the right leg. Nice and strong from the ground all the way up through the crown of the head, through those fingertips. Sink nice and deep. Let's stay just for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unhook the arms and legs. Reach up overhead. Gaze high. Maybe even a slight back bend here. It might feel good as you press your hips forward. And then on the exhale, mindfully fold all the way forward. Forward fold. Good. Lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Plant the hands high to low plank. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. Nice job. Deep breath in. Just as deep on the breath out. Good. So let's take that right leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose. Come all the way forward in your plank position. And then take the leg back up towards the sky. We'll do this twice more. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose, all the way forward. And then take the leg back up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose. Hold here and breathe just for 3, 2, and then gently step the right foot through your hands. Let's lower that back knee down, just like before. You can stay on the ball of the foot here versus pointing your toes. And then take your arms up overhead. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, hands come to your heart center. Deep breath in again. Exhale, twist, left elbow to the outside of your front thigh. So we have this back knee down to really focus on the twist here. Good, but of course, if you're feeling it this morning, come onto the ball of that back foot and let that kneecap lift up. Good. Maybe you stay as you are. Maybe you flower the arms open. Left hand down, right arm up. Good. Inhale. Twist a little bit more as you exhale. Nice. One more breath. Good. And then let it go. Release your hands to the floor. Let's meet in a high plank position once again. Good. This time, let's lower to the forearms. Let's take a forearm plank. Both forearms down onto the ground. Good. Nice and steady. Try to gaze in front of your fingers. Hold here and breathe. Just for another 5. Belly pulled in strong. Firm into those forearms. 4, 3, 2, and on 1, Sphinx pose. Let those hips come down. Lift the heart. So a gentle back bend here. And then release your hands and your chins down towards the earth. You can lengthen the arms long by your sides. Take a moment. Maybe shift the hips a little bit side to side. We'll do 2 more back bends here before we move to the other side. So zip up your legs together. Arms come long by your side. Exhale all the air out. And on the inhale, lift everything up. So lift the heart, lift the arms, point the toes. Try to squeeze those arm bones back. Good. Stay here and breathe. Just for 3. Lift as much of you off the ground as you can. 2. And on 1, everything comes down. Nice job. Let's try that again. Arms long. Have your palms face down towards the ground. Zip up the legs, point the toes. Exhale first. And on the inhale, lift everything up. So lift the heart. This time you have the option to interlace those hands behind your backs, clasp the palms, maybe lift the heart up even more. Good. Stay for 3. Point the toes, lift the heels. 2. And on 1, everything comes down. Nice job. Shift the hips around a little bit. Let's meet in child's pose. Good. So use this opportunity to either rest or find a headstand or a rabbit's position. So if you're comfortable where you are in a headstand, then go right ahead. Be careful. Otherwise, for rabbit, zip up your knees together. Scoot your forehead all the way back towards those knees so you can reach and hold on to your heels. Good. So you're kind of curling up. There's some roundness, some flexion in your spine. And then with that firm grip of your heel, start to lift your hips up towards the sky. So eventually you come onto the crown of the head as well. So this is still an inversion with your hips being higher than your heart, getting that sensation to the crown of the head. Good. Wherever you are, let's stay for 5 more breaths. If you're in your rabbit pose, make sure to stay holding onto the heels because that's kind of like your traction. And maybe even scoot the head closer towards your knees. Good. When you had enough, we'll meet back in child's pose. And eventually back to downward facing dog. So take your time. Feel it out. Maybe a little pedal of the feet, a little shift of the hips. And then before we go to the opposite side, let's ripple forward. Find a high plank position. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And then left leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the left knee in towards your nose, all the way forward like a plank. And then again, lift the leg high. Squeeze the knee in towards your nose. Good. One more time, lift the leg up. Squeeze the knee in towards your nose, and then gently, we'll actually stay for 3, 2, and on 1, now step the left foot through the hands. Let the back knee lower down to start. You can stay on the ball of that back foot just in case. And then arms up overhead, deep breath in. And then exhale, hands come to your heart center. Then again, inhale, find some length. Exhale, twist, right elbow to the outside of that left leg. Good. So this is where you'll adapt the practice here. Either stay as you are or maybe let that back knee lift up. Good. Maybe palms stay pressed, maybe flower open. Good. And we'll stay here. Inhale. Exhale, try to open up a little bit more. Really find that fire through the navel. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good. Let it go. Let the hands come down. Step back to high plank position. We'll meet again on our forearms. It's time for forearm side plank. So when you're on your forearms, zip up those feet together. The left forearm will stay down. Try to roll over to the outside blade of that left foot. Take the right arm up. Good. So as much as you can, try not to collapse into that left shoulder. Really press that left forearm really deep into the mat. Good. Stay for 3. Good. Keep lifting that top hip higher. 2. And on one other side, that right forearm comes down. Excuse me. Take that left arm, reach it high. Good. Again, really firm through that right forearm. So we're pressing the earth away here just for 3. 2. And on 1, back to forearm plank. Good. And then walk those feet in. It's time for Dolphin Pose. Good. Stay and breathe. Walk those feet in. It's kind of like down dog where you're on your forearms. Good. We'll be here just for 5. Working hard. Maybe inch those feet even closer. 4. Again, try to pull those shoulders back away from the ears. 3. 2. And on 1, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Nice job. And then rinse that out. This time we're going to do a reverse vinyasa. So just like when we were warming up, come forward to upward facing dog. So skip the plank right now. Lift the heart, shoulders back. This time exhale to low push up, right? So going in reverse. Plant into the hands, lift up high push up, and then downward facing dog. Good. So we'll do that one more time in case you weren't sure. Come all the way forward, upward facing dog, lift the heart. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Good, press into the hands, high plank. Good, lift the hips back, down dog, nice job. Ooh, that was tough, nice. And then look forward and just make your way to the top of the mat. So step or hop. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. And then arms by your side. Good. If you need some water or whatever you need, go right ahead. We'll set up for another balance. And we'll meet at the top of the mat. Standing hand to toe pose. So bring your left hand to your hip. Shift all the weight into your left leg and squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. Good. So option is stay here. Otherwise, reach for that right big toe and extend the right leg forward. Good. Most importantly here, you stay as upright as you can, not hunching forward or anything like that. Good. Stay here and breathe for 3. 2. And then slowly open up on 1, right leg to the right. Option here, turn your gaze to the left. Nice. Keep breathing just for another 3. 2. And then on 1, slowly come back through center, hands to your hips, extend your leg out in front of you if it's not already. If it's already there, keep it there. Maybe even try to lift it up even higher. Good. Flex or point the foot so you know the leg's working. Stay for 3. 2. And on 1, let it go. Right foot comes down to meet the left. Nice job. You can walk that out a little bit, shake it out. We'll take it to the other side. So shift all the weight into that right leg, right hand to your hip. Squeeze the left knee in towards you. Good. So either stick with the knee or reach down and grab that left big toe and extend the leg forward. It's okay if that extended leg is a little bent, even with the toe. Just try to stay upright. Good. We'll balance here in this front position first for a few more breaths. Good. One more here. And on your next exhale, open it up. Left leg to the left. Option to turn your gaze to the right. If you fall out, just try it again. Good. But try to steady your gaze. That might help you stay a little bit straighter. One more here. And then slowly come back through center, both hands to the hips. Extend that leg out in front of you if it's not already. Looks good. Try to stay looking at your toes. Focus there. Lift the leg a little bit higher. Just for another 3. Good, working strong. 2. And on 1, let it go. Left foot comes down. Nice job. As long as you fall out with a smile, that's all that matters. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Relax the shoulders down and back. Good, let's try that one more time. Shoulders up towards the ears. And then relax them down and back. Nice job. And now let's flow. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Plant the hands high to low plank, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. And then from down dog, take your right leg, reach it up. Bend the knee, fan open. So stay here, or this time flip the dog where that right foot comes down towards the earth. Strong in your feet, lift those hips up. Nice. Maybe the head pulls back, almost like you're moving in towards a wheel position. Looks good. And then we'll flip it back over. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose. Step the foot through. Stay low here. Let's set up our first warrior 2 stance. So left foot grounds down, but move right into deep side angle. Right hand to the floor. That left arm is going to reach up. Good. So lean back here as much as you can so that front shoulder and that front knee are pulling in towards each other. It's an isometric, almost like magnetic feeling. Good. Stay and breathe for 3. Nice. 2. And then strong in your feet. Rise up on 1. Warrior 2. Nice. Good. Let's straighten the front leg. Set up for your triangle pose. If you need to shorten the stance a bit, go right ahead. Reach all the way forward. And then the left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Good. Or left arm, sorry. So feel free to stay as you are. Otherwise, take that top arm over your head. Maybe core supported triangle where both arms frame your ears. Good. Stay and breathe. Try not to face the ground. Try to face more upwards. Just for 2. Nice. Firm in your feet. Let's rise up on 1. Good. Hands to your hips. Wide-legged forward fold. Pivot those toes in towards the center. A little lift of the heart here as you inhale. Exhale. Bow down and fold forward. Good. Once you get there, crawl the hands forward, find that halfway position. Inhale here, and then exhale, crawl the hands back, fingers and toes get even. Good, so a nice wide-legged forward fold. Otherwise, go back into an inversion if you'd like. But most importantly, in your fold, try to lean forward and try to bring a micro bend in your kneecaps, just enough that you engage through the front of the thighs. Good, it's harder to engage when the knees are locked out. Good. Belly pulled in strong. One more breath here. Good. And then slowly start to crawl those hands out in front of you. Nice. And then crawl to the top of the mat. Let's find a lizard lunge. So once you get there, scoot that right foot far enough to the right that your torso and your arms are on the inside of that right knee. And then maybe you stay. So it's kind of like a low runner's lunge in a way. Or maybe you drop down onto those forearms once again. Good. There you go. So all your toes are facing front. So there isn't an angle of the foot here. Good. Keep breathing. Try to squeeze that right knee in towards your shoulder. Nice. And then wherever you are, let that back knee lower down. Let's fan that right thigh open. So use your right hand now to guide the right hip a little bit more. Good. So maybe you even roll onto the pinky edge of that right foot. Stay here or take that right arm, reach it high. Or maybe you even reach back and grab hold of that left foot and try to squeeze that heel in a little bit closer. Again, getting a stretch to the front of that left leg. Hearts up towards the ceiling, gaze over that right shoulder. One more breath. And then slowly come back through center. Wherever you are, let's meet back in a high plank position. Good. Back to those forearms, forearm plank, just a few more breaths here. Firm to the mat, strong through the whole front side of the body. Imagine every muscle squeezing in and up towards your bones. Just for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and then let your hips sink down. Sphinx pose on 1, another lift of the heart here. And on the exhale, let your chin reach down towards the floor. Nice job. We'll do 2 more back bends. We'll move into bow pose. Reach back, grab hold of your feet. If you're not feeling bow today, just continue with straight arms and legs like we did earlier with our back bends. Wherever you are, try to pull the legs close together. Exhale everything out. And on the inhale, lift up. So lift the heart, lift the feet, lift the thighs. If you're feeling good in your bow and you want to move a little bit like you're rocking in your bow, go right ahead. Nice. One more breath. Try to get those feet just a little bit more to the ceiling. And on the exhale, come on down. Breathe it out. Excuse me. And we'll try that again. Reach back, grab hold of those feet, squeeze the knees towards the center. If you need a rest, please just continue to lay on your belly. Exhale first. And on the inhale, lift up, lift the heart. Reach the toes. Good. Maybe rock, maybe stay still wherever you are, just for 3. Navel pulled in strong. 2. And then on 1, everything comes down. Nice job. Shift the hips around a little bit. You can pass through a child's pose, but essentially we'll meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. So move to the left side. So left leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, fan open. So maybe you kind of hang out here. Otherwise, take the flip dog where that left foot comes to the floor. Really firm through your feet. Lock the hips to the ceiling. Good. Head falls back. Nice. And then we'll flip it back over. 3-legged dog. Squeeze the left knee in towards your nose. Step the foot through. Set up that deep side angle. So warrior 2 in your legs. Left hand on the inside. Right arm peels up. Good. So I know sometimes it's a challenge to reach the ground. You can also rest on your front thigh or maybe rest on a book or a pillow or block. Good. Stay for 3. Nice. 2. And then inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Set the gaze over that left middle finger. And then straighten the front leg, Utkatasana, triangle pose. Shorten the stance just a little bit. Reach all the way forward. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches high. Good. So lean back a bit. Maybe you stay with your arms stacked straight up and down. Otherwise, reach that right arm over your ear. Maybe that left arm stacks over your ear, core supported triangle, just for 3, 2, and then slowly inhale, rise back up on 1. Nice job. Another wide-legged fold, so pivot the toes in towards the center. Once again, let's interlace those hands behind the back, clasp your palms, a little lift of the heart, deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Let your head come down towards the floor. Let your fists reach up towards the ceiling or towards the sky or maybe even over the head. So same elements apply here. Try to lean towards the balls of the feet versus your heels. Pull in through the belly. One more breath. And then slowly release your hands down towards the earth. Walk the hands forward, find a halfway position. And then from here, crawl all the way to the top of the mat. Let's find that lizard lunge on this side. So scoot that left foot far enough to the left side of the mat that your whole body's on the inside of that left knee. your torso. Back knee can stay up or down. Find what works for you. Good. But in this variation, let's pull in towards the center. So try not to let that left knee hang open. You want to squeeze it in towards your shoulder. Just be here. It's a nice opportunity to get into the hip. One more breath. And then let the back knee come down if it's not already. That left thigh is going to fan open here. Use your left hand to guide it. This could feel like it's enough. Otherwise, left arm, reach it up high. Maybe even reach back, grab hold of that foot behind you and give it a little squeeze in towards you. Try to gaze over that left shoulder. Nice. One more breath. And then slowly start to release. Let's meet back in high plank position. This time we're just going to hold this plank just for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog on 1. Nice job. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, side out. Good. And now look forward and just come to a seated position with your legs out in front of you. Let's do a little rock here from side to side. We'll set up for Paschimottanasana. The legs will be straight out in front of you. Arms reach up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Good. So take a look at your toes here. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper. Imagine your chest and your thighs getting closer together. And sometimes that means you have to bend the knees. Good. One more breath. And on the next inhale, slowly start to rise up. We'll move right into reverse table of reverse plank, Purvottanasana. So walk your hands behind you. Feet are firm to the mat. Lift those hips up. Knees could be bent or straight here. But whenever you get there, try to let your head fall back. Think of this expression of opening up your heart, of opening up your throat, your center of communication, your center of love. Good. Lift the hips a little bit more. And then slowly release. Everything comes down towards the floor. And now we'll move to Janu Shavasana. So keep that left leg straight and then tuck your right foot in towards that highest point of the left leg. So almost like a tree leg, but you're in a seated position. Flex the left toes back. Arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bow and fold over that left extended leg. So there's this subtle twist action here as you fold towards that left side a bit. Good. Take a moment, look forward, inhale. Exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper. Imagine your forehead, your knee, everything getting closer together. Good. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up. Let's take gate position. Reach your right hand behind you and then lift those hips up. So it's like a nice counter stretch here. Good. Same thing if it's comfortable, let the head fall back. And then slowly release. Everything comes down. And then from this position, let's take half pigeon. So left leg is going to swing behind you. Your right leg is already kind of where it needs to be. You'll have to make just some slight adjustments. Square the hips as much as you can so your hip points are forward. If pigeon's not in your practice today, you can do a seated figure 4 or a reclined figure 4. But eventually just start to crawl those hands out in front of you. Sink nice and deep here. Flex the ankle, point through the toes. And we'll just be here for some deep breaths. Focus on the sound of your breath. So take one more deep breath here. And then when you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So give yourself any counter movements that feel good. You can pedal through the feet. You can shift the hips. If you want to fan open again or flip the dog, go right ahead. And then once you're steady back in your down dog, look forward, come to a seated position. Let's take Janu Shirshasana on the opposite side. So this time the right leg is straight, the left foot tucks in, arms up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, bow and fold forward. Good. Take a look towards the toes, inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And then slowly on your next inhale, rise up. Gate position on this side, left hand reaches behind. Lift those hips up, right arm reaches overhead. And then slowly everything comes down. Nice job. Let's extend. Oops, actually half pigeon on this side. So let's reach that right leg behind you. There you go. Flex the front ankle. Once you're there, try to point through the back toes. Sometimes when we're in a studio, we have a block under one hip. So just make adjustments if you need to. Try not to lean to one side too much, and eventually bow down and fold. Good, one more breath. And then we'll meet back in down dog. Give yourself some counter positions. Pedal it out, whatever feels good. Flip over. And then we'll meet back in a seated position. In preparation, just to roll all the way down onto your backs. Let's take a moment just to elevate the legs. So let's lift the legs straight up towards the sky. You can also lean the legs up a wall. You can take a shoulder stand. You can put a pillow under your hips, whatever works. But most importantly, just get those legs to the ceiling or to the beautiful sky. It looks like a wonderful day today outside. Make sure there's no movement of the head or the neck. Just keep your gaze down the midline. If you're in shoulder stand, you can move into plow where those toes reach back over your head. If your feet are easy to the floor, you can interlace the palms maybe one more time. Otherwise, just stay holding onto your backs. And then start to bend the knees so they squeeze in towards your ears. And then slowly, slowly just roll out wherever you are. We'll meet laying down comfortably on the back. So take your time, unravel. Let your legs come long. We'll do a fish pose together once you get there. So scoot your hands underneath your bottoms. Try to puff up your chest so that your heart elevates and your head falls back so that throat gets nice and open. And we'll take lion's breaths here. Inhale. Stick out the tongue. Again, inhale. One more, inhale. Good. Gently lift the head, relax it back down towards the floor. You can unhook your hands. Let's bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourselves a little hug, a little squeeze. We'll kind of do a final spinal twist as you drop your knees over towards the left. Open your arms like a cactus. You can gaze to the right. And then slowly come back through center, other side, knees to the right, gaze to the left. And then slowly back through center. Give yourselves another squeeze, another hug. Maybe lift your forehead in towards your knees. Lift through the belly. Let's stay here and breathe just for 3, 2, and on 1, just surrender to your Shavasana, your resting pose. Let the legs come long. Let the palms just face up towards the sky as a sign of openness and receptivity to whatever this day has for you. And just take these next few moments to be still. So slowly begin to come back. Little movements, eventually to just roll over to your right side. Just take a comfortable position. Maybe cradle your head in your right arm. And just come back to that intention that you set. And then slowly up to a comfortable seated position. Hands will come to the heart center. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Sigh it out. This time for Om, deep breath in. Om. And then both hands to the middle of your foreheads. The light in me honors and respects the light that exists in each and every one of you. Thank you all for showing up this morning. I bow down and say namaste.